I am sitting down here to make, I'm probably not going to get through all of them right now, but I got 1,000 cards sitting here. I'm just trying to enjoy the rest of my day. I did some growing this morning, like the easier part of growing. The falling down and crying is what hurts. Getting up is easy. At least that's what I think. I think I'm learning. Like, we think that, no, we're so afraid of the falling. Like, I don't know. I don't even know where that was going, but I made some decisions, and I've come to some conclusions that, based on the information that I have, I think that I made some conclusions based on on the information that I have. We'll just put a period at the end of that sentence. And I have concluded that my job here in building this sky bridge is learning how to hold opposing truths so that I can be present in both timelines, in both worlds, and I can create an energetic pathway as long as I stay present and able to experience both worlds. At least at this time, that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find that balance where I can listen to a song and I can hear it from the voice of fear, and I can hear it from the voice of love, and just, do the best I can to allow that voice of fear to exist. I can try to soothe it, that's fine, and sometimes it does help, but just try to really let the energy of love be what outweighs that, just to try to find an energetic balance. It is so stinking hot. It is so hot. I decided never to monetize my YouTube channel, and what a relief. I don't ever have to think about that again. I don't know if my spirit team, maybe, yeah, I guess my spirit team, it was leading me to this, but I have free will, so I don't know. I don't even know how to finish what I'm thinking, because it might not be accurate to say that they wanted me to choose a specific path, because they're working with whatever I give them through my free will. And so am I, and I'm learning that there isn't just one way to get to a place. Emotionally, energetically, spiritually, physically. It doesn't really matter, though. All roads lead me to wherever I'm going. I'll get wherever I'm going one way or another. I uploaded. After rewatching my videos from yesterday, which was sort of like an empty chair for me, like I filmed the ending that I burned, and I was really lost in some confusion, and I did it, and I don't really regret doing it, but I'm going to allow it to, I have to accept that I did that and that it exists. I just have an idea that, love doesn't control. Love isn't controlling. God isn't controlling. And I'm trying to return to God. So I have to be that. I have to choose what God would choose. And God allows us to choose things that are not in our best interests. That's not to say that I don't have an impact. I mean, our words have a massive impact. I don't know. I know my spirit team is fully capable of doing whatever with electronics. I didn't post those videos on the internet, but if they want them on the internet, they'll be on the internet regardless of whether or not I delete them. The fear is telling me, you better delete that stuff. You better delete all of that stuff, all of your mistakes from yesterday. But love is telling me to allow my mistakes and my past to exist, to forgive it, but to allow it, because if you can't just disallow your own past, your own lessons. That would defeat the purpose of coming here, at least for me. At least I think I had a soul contract to serve humanity, yes, obviously, but I think that part of my personal soul's desire in coming here for, my individual learning experience was, to grow in other ways, in specific ways, to accept myself. So I have to find a balance, just like I have to find a balance in what do I give of myself to other people here, and what do I take for myself in terms of like our 3D physical world. I have to find that balance between how I serve humanity and how I grow as a person individually. Because the path that I'm not on is not for everyone. I know it's not for everyone. I mean, unless I'm in a simulation where I'm literally the only one in this simulation, which is possible, but I don't know. I don't really want to think that, because although maybe I do want to think that. Okay, so I feel I want to think that, and I don't want to think that. I don't want to feel alone. I don't like feeling alone. But I also don't want anybody else to be having to face some of the stuff that this world is facing. But if I was alone, then that would be true, that nobody else was facing it. They'd be in their own simulation. But I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, so I made a decision I didn't have to post, obviously, I didn't have to post anything about freaking having identity crisis. Man, my whole life seems to be an identity crisis, and that is exactly, it's the parallel. I'm having an identity crisis in a small view of my world, as who is Jen, who is this person in the world, and that's what we're all going through here. But it's also a reflection of this bigger experience that we're having, like who are we in terms of finding our way to Christ consciousness, our way back to God. So there's both of those storylines. Like there's the story in the story, and it's reflective of itself. And it reminds me of reading that book, To Go Set a Watchman, the sequence to Kill a Mockingbird, where I was reading about how, the Girl Scout was disappointed to learn that her father was racist, and it mirrored the reader's experience. I thought that book was brilliant. It mirrored the reader's experience. I grew up as a child idealizing that social justice hero, only to be crushed later, just the same as she was in the story. That person disappointed me. That person disappointed love. And I think that's coming out for a reason here. That story really touched me. It was like, everybody wants a fairy tale, and they didn't like that book because it ruins the illusion that there was this social justice warrior from our childhood that, the wool is pulled off. Now we get to see what's behind the curtain of that. But we have to look under the rug. I guess we don't have to. But if we want to grow and change and evolve, we do. We have to go around lifting up rugs, looking between the couch cushions for all the junk that we're like, I don't want to deal with this right now, so let me save it for later. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to do with the footage that I filmed yesterday. Maybe I won't do anything with it, but there is stuff that has value in it. There is stuff that has value in it. I don't know if I should document my journey to Christ consciousness on this platform. I really want to. I feel like I'm here to show people how to get there. So why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I show people this struggle that is growth? Like, that's what I was originally trying to do with my channel, but I was doing it in this way that looked... I was doing it wearing fear goggles. I was wearing fear goggles and thinking that I was performing, like, magic. Like, I don't even know that it's wrong to call it magic. I think that, like, in the spirit world, instant manifestation or magic or miracles is a normal thing. So the way that we idealize it is it's not even like, it doesn't make sense there. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to say what I'm saying. I don't know how to say what I'm saying. I'm not going to monetize this channel, and I don't know what I'm going to end up posting on here. But whatever's meant to be will be. And we're going to make the most of whichever direction each step leads us in. And if I fall on my face, well, you're going to see me with mud on my face, I guess. I feel like I already decided. I feel like part of me decided, part of me is like, yes, this is what we want. We want to document, and I don't know what it's going to look like at all, but the fear part of me is like, no, we can't do that, because remember what happened last time. God came and crashed your life, and stuff started moving, chairs and stuff in your kitchen and scaring the crap out of you, and then you had to go run around telling people that you needed an exorcism. But we already walked that path, so I don't think it's going to look the same this time. So we're going to probably see. We'll find out. We're going to find out. Yay. At least this time it includes love letters to all of the world. Okay, so I just had the coolest visualization, clairvoyance, maybe, whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I just was hearing the, the negative stuff, the other timeline, and I just got the visual of me shifting into a different, I'm not in that reality anymore, and I'm hearing the me that's in that other room, that's trapped in that old timeline. That's really cool. If I just picture myself, if I just need to remember where I am. When I start hearing the stuff from the other room, I just need to remember that it's okay that that me exists and I can send loving energy that way, but that's not where this me is, because this me is writing you all love letters, and that's pretty cool. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing me that.